In Cebu, the sun rises on dreams and daily struggles alike. Maria Santos woke before dawn to bake pandesal, balancing a basket as she walked the dusty streets. In a tattered encyclopedia, she saw Oxford, a world away from her wooden home. At night, Maria studied by candlelight, whispering lessons to herself. Many saw only poverty, but Maria saw possibility. She was more than the girl with bread. She was a dreamer, beginning her journey. Big dreams attract doubt, and Maria's dream was no exception. When she spoke of Oxford, neighbors and relatives dismissed it. Oxford is for the rich, they said. Be realistic. Even her parents, loving but practical, couldn't imagine affording such a dream. The skepticism stung, but Maria turned every "you can't" into fuel. She wrote those words, "you can't," above her study corner, not as a limit, but as a challenge. The cost, the distance, the odds, all seemed insurmountable. Yet, every doubt became a stepping stone. Maria decided their disbelief would not define her. She let their negativity sharpen her resolve. Each night she looked at her wall and promised herself, "I'll show them." Her dream was no longer just hers. It was a battle cry. Maria was ready to fight for the impossible. Hard work wasn't enough. Maria needed creativity. Studying by candlelight strained her eyes, so she built a solar lamp from scraps, lighting her nights with ingenuity. To master English, she gave free tours to tourists at Cebu's landmarks, practicing her accent and confidence. Each conversation broadened her world and sharpened her skills. She borrowed books, copied notes, and joined every academic contest she could. Cash prizes went to her family, but the experience was hers. Maria's resourcefulness became her superpower. She learned from every setback, every stranger, every page. Her confidence grew with every challenge. She wasn't just preparing for Oxford, she was building herself, piece by piece. Every small victory was a brick in the foundation of her dream. Maria's spirit was unbreakable. Maria's dream grew beyond herself. It became her village's hope. Her father saved coins in a tin can, her mother guarded her study time, and her siblings cheered her on. Mrs. Reyes, her English teacher, became her mentor, helping with essays and applications, even paying for internet access. When fees were due, the barangay rallied. Fundraising, donations, and prayers poured in. The sari-sari store owner, tricycle drivers, and neighbors all contributed. Bayanihan, the Filipino spirit of community, lifted Maria higher. Every peso and word of encouragement strengthened her resolve. She was no longer alone. She carried the hopes of many. Submitting her application was a collective act of faith. Her story was now a testament to a community's belief in one of their own. Maria's journey was powered by love, sacrifice, and unity. A village's prayer crossed oceans with her. Waiting for Oxford's reply was agony. Each day, Maria checked her email, hope and fear battling in her chest. Then, one afternoon, the message arrived. "We are delighted to inform you. Offer you a place. Scholarship." Tears of joy streamed down her face as the internet cafe erupted in celebration. She ran home, waving the letter, her family and neighbors joining in a jubilant street party. Her father, usually stoic, wept with pride. The whole barangay rejoiced. Their faith had made the impossible real. That night, Maria was not just a bread seller. She was a village hero. The letter was more than acceptance. It was proof that dreams, when shared, can come true. Maria's victory belonged to everyone who believed. The impossible had become possible. A new chapter was about to begin. Oxford was breathtaking and overwhelming. Maria, with her accent and humble clothes, felt out of place among classmates who spoke of ski trips and summers abroad. The scholarship covered tuition, but not all expenses. She worked part-time jobs, sending money home. The academic pressure was intense, and loneliness crept in during cold, gray winters. She missed Cebu's warmth and her family's laughter. Doubt haunted her, but Maria remembered her village's faith and her own promise. She found support in a small Filipino community, sharing meals and stories. Slowly, she spoke up in class, her voice growing stronger. Her background became her strength, a different lens on the world. Maria realized she belonged, not despite her story, but because of it. She was not just surviving, she was thriving. The girl from Cebu was finding her place. In her second year, Maria entered Oxford's Global Innovation Challenge. While others pitched high-tech solutions, Maria drew on her barangay's wisdom. She proposed Ilaw ng Bayan, a community-run solar power grid inspired by her homemade lamp and bayanihan spirit. Her project empowered locals to build, maintain, and expand solar kits, funding it through a shared community fund. Maria spoke from the heart, telling her story of studying by candlelight and the power of community. The judges were moved by her simplicity and humanity. She won the challenge, earning a grant and international recognition. News of her victory spread worldwide. Her background was now her greatest asset. Maria proved that real solutions grow from within communities. Oxford celebrated her, but her true genius was rooted in Cebu. Her perspective changed minds and lives. Maria's story became a beacon for others. Maria's return to Cebu was triumphant. Greeted by cheers, she was welcomed as a hero. With her prize money, she launched Ilaw ng Bayan, teaching neighbors to build solar kits. The first night the lights came on, the village erupted in joy. Maria proved that with heart and community, anything is possible. Maria Santos's story is a lesson for all. Genius isn't confined to elite schools or wealthy homes. It thrives everywhere, even in a Cebu hut. Intelligence is creativity, resilience, and resourcefulness. Maria's poverty became the soil for her ingenuity. Her journey shattered ceilings and defied expectations. Every "you can't" became her reason to try. She returned home, lighting up her community and investing in others. Her legacy is the dreams she ignites, not just the prizes she won. Maria proved a girl in Sinalas can stand on the world's grandest stages. Genius exists everywhere, waiting for a chance. With enough heart and determination, dreams can change the world. Maria Santos is living proof